that on you.
Yeah.
See, now I don't want him to record, he recorded. This nigga gets on my nerves. Jack. Yes.
What's good, y'all? This King.
Lala.
Shantuan.
And this is
Throwedoff Podcast.
So today's topic of conversation has everything to do with
mental health.
Mental
and awareness of
mental health and awareness of mental health. Shanton has a story to tell.
Yeah. It just recently happened. You know what I mean? I'm in the store, and me being in this field for going on 17 years, I can see whenever like something mentally is going on with people. And a guy was having an exchange, so I kind of started paying attention because I had my son with me, and he was like going off, cussing, and I was like, and then he turned around and looked at me, he was like, I don't know that nigga right there, and then he turned around and started having a like happy conversation. I was like, if it was back in the day and I didn't know any better, I would have been like, that's fighting words.
Right.
But when that I knew he was something like mentally, I was like, there's something going on with this dude. I think he might need some type of help or something, but look, I mean, I didn't have to intervene because he went about his business. But if that would have been an average Joe, probably a fight would have came about, or an exchange of some sort.
Right.
But that's why I feel like the public needs to be,
because y'all didn't know each other.
No, I've never seen this dude a day in my life or whatever.
He didn't explain like my bad.
No, nothing. He went on, like I said, he started like laughing like he was happy, and then he went on to another woman calling her all types of B's, and I was like, yeah, there's something going on with this dude. Like mentally, he's a little off. Not trying to pass judgment, but like I said, I've seen it in the field. And
it's not saying, oh, he's crazy, oh, he's off, but it's like, I acknowledge
it's something, mentally unstable, chemically imbalanced.
Right. So it's like pretty much working in the field of mental health, where we deal with the mental health. Our individuals are, I
would say, like dual diagnosed.
Dual,
yeah. Meaning like what you used to call MR, but now it's intellectually disabled and have like a mental illness, like say for instance schizophrenia, bipolar, that type. So they would call that dual diagnosed because they got more than one.
Gotcha.
Like thing going on. So it's like just being like mentally ill. That's one thing. Monster, like not to say monster, that's a harsh word, but it's like one side of it. But like I said, if you got something like autism and all these other type things going on, it's really a big imbalance, and it's kind of harder to deal with those because you got one thing like you got to deal with, but then you got a whole other side of it, and it's kind of like colliding, and medicines and everything mixing.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine not having, like, a mental problem but then not being able to talk about it? Like, we have two people here that can't.
Can't express it.
Express
their feelings. That right there is...
Like, the way they want to, you know what I mean?
But I feel like that's a small sign of what a lot of people are going through. Yeah,
I think everybody has something mentally... But some of them are more stable than I would say others or whatever. Because I ain't gonna lie, I mean, I have my days or whatever. But having awareness, I can be like, okay, Shane, you're a little off today. And I can kind of kick it back to where it need to be. But other people don't have that, you know.
A lot of people, that is pretty much just self-awareness. But then it's like just cognitive behavior. Just knowing and not knowing. And it's you don't really know who knows what, and you just have to have patience for people. You have to have patience and understanding that we all are individually created. And we don't understand ourselves sometimes. So while we're trying to figure it out, give us time. If I'm sitting here trying to figure myself out in a moment and you're yelling at me, listen, I'm gonna get thrown off so far and give you who knows what.
Way different person.
You know? And it's not fair to you And it's not fair to you because it wasn't fair to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not to make it a you and me thing, but at the same time, we have to work on being able to have patience for people because we don't know what anybody is going through because sometimes people don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
Like you said about the mute situation. Sometimes you have people that express themselves through art. You have people that express themselves through conversation. You have some people that express themselves in affection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in those ways, you can have people approaching you that seems like they want to touch you or seem like, it's so much to deal with. And it's hard in this world, especially nowadays, because it's like people are crazy.
Right. And you don't really know, especially if you don't know a person.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could be the scary part of it because just not knowing, you be like, some people they fear what they don't understand. And that's where like a lot of the fear comes from. They were like, what's going on? You know what I mean? But like I said, like if you have that awareness, then I mean you can kind of relate in a sense where you won't pass judgment and you're like, well maybe they're going through, and then you will be more patient because you kind of can relate to them in a certain extent. So I mean,
I feel like people of color have to give. Everybody goes through stuff, but like Black people be like, oh, you're not supposed to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like it's like I told a group of my friends like I was going to therapy, and it was like, what? Therapy? For what?
Like, what's wrong with
Black
you?
people don't go to therapy. Like what? Like sometimes you need to go. I mean, like to get your mental.
There's nothing wrong with this.
Together,
I go to therapy. I actively go to therapy because I have to deal with anxiety. I've dealt with depression. I've dealt with a lot of things like loss of family members, things like that. I mean, I deal with a lot. 3 baby mamas. That's just a lot. But nah, they cool. I love y'all. I love y'all.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I feel like I don't have a therapist, but I feel like I get therapy and talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is therapy.
Yeah, it is.
And feeling like a lot of the situations, like even being here with these guys, the ones that can't talk or speak, the ones that can express themselves, it's like just paying deeper attention.
Right.
And just
they express themselves just in different ways than we would, because we would probably up and
express themselves verbally.
Right. So they do it through their actions and other things, because they have ways of telling us things. But if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it.
Right.
Or whatever. Because I mean, I know you good at that. You'll see something, because I'll be like, what's going on? And you be like, I got this, and you deal with it. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm glad he was here. Because I mean, even though I've been in the field for years, I still sometimes can't recognize everything. So yeah, that's why a good team, hey, it works. I'm telling you. I love my team. I love y'all.
Hey, the team love you. Shout out to
the team.
Big headed brother like that.
But anywho,
but it's important to have understanding and have patience for those that you feel like may be a little off. I'm not speaking on the crazy people. If you feel like somebody is crazy, back up. That's a whole other topic. Crazy is crazy. But just understand that people have mental issues, people have mental illnesses, people have mental disorders. People are just the mind is creative.
Yeah.
And
you can have a bad week, and that bad week can turn you into someone you don't even know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes we don't even recognize things of ourselves. Like you put in a certain situation, I mean, you have a break.
Yeah.
But one thing I say is be observant. Be observant, be extremely observant. Yeah. The reason I excelled in where I'm at with this house that I'm in, is because I was able to be observant. But I'm excelling in life because what I take from here, I'm able to apply it in life with so many different people. Yeah. And it's like when people see that you have a care for them, when you are patient with them and they don't have to overdo it, overcompensate for where they're a little behind in. Oh, it's not saying behind, but it's like you have people that just, oh, I didn't know that. I wasn't raised like that. I didn't know that. Right. And it's just like understanding, like, okay, you're not at a certain place, or I don't understand everything. Like, I feel like I have a bit of OCD at times. Like, I have to have certain things a certain kind of way. It's like, just have patience. Like, people be like, why every time you come to my house, you cleaning up? And it's just like, I don't know, like, sorry. But it's like, maybe it's a mental thing, but at the same time, I noticed that, the individuals that I've been around and working with, some of them are that way, where it's like they have to have things a certain way, and, I can relate, and it's being able to slow down and have patience and see, hey, I see me in that, and I see me in this person. I see me in that person. A lot of
them type situations.
But it's spread out. It's not severe to the point where, I need assistance or whatever the case may be. But some people do. Some people, and when I say assistance, I just mean like, hey, bro, I got that for you, or. You don't even have to make a big deal out of it. Like, oh, something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Right.
There's something wrong with you.
We're so quick to label and, like, diagnose people with our own whatever.
Right.
And that's when we're missing the whole thing.
Instead of just helping out if you
sometimes you sit back and observe, you can learn a lot from, them type of situations. So, and it helps me out in my daily life a lot because I know how to cope because I've seen it before and I'm like, okay, let me try this.
Like in your story earlier, like with old buddy, like. It could have went down differently with someone else.
Yeah, right.
I used to be
all right, but that's not where we at. That's where we could have been.
That's where we could have been.
But
me
being aware, we had an understanding of.
So therefore, I let it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
don't get it. We're not gonna get it twisted. That if he would have jumped, you would have.
Yeah. Because I did have my child there. I mean, if something would have transpired.
Oh, he would have jumped too. We already know that.
No, we.
Together.
Me and you will never part.
I'm done.
Hey.
Yeah, we gotta be better as people though.
Yeah.
I had a lady tell me one time I was having a bad day, but I was at work. I guess she came through and I was being a butthole and she was like, you never know what type of day somebody's having. You're just being a butthole for no reason. And like at first with me having a bad day, it was like, girl, F you. Get on my face. You know what I'm saying? But then as I thought about it, I was like,
But in a sense, that was her not understanding. Because, we all have bad days. You got
sometimes both parts, though, but because... So this is what I learned from that. Because I'm going through something, don't mean I have to bring... I was at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was a waitress at the time. Mm-hmm. It's my job to be nice. I don't care what I got going on. When I step into work, I'm supposed to have a smile on my face, and I'm supposed to be giving you the best service I can give you.
Yeah, the best out of you.
And that day, like I said, I wasn't. How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was being really rude, and so that day I learned when you go out, when you're in work, you know what I'm saying. Either if you can't take your personal and put it to the side, then you need to call your job and say, hey, you know what? I think I need today off and maybe you need the next day off and the day after that, whatever. But sometimes you just need a break. You know what I'm saying? And when you need that break, take it, period. Because these jobs is not going to care about you at the end of it, okay?
Next day, to replace you.
So I say, everybody take care of your mental, you know what I'm saying? And just because you are going through something, it don't mean that you get the right to go out here and be a butthole to other people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, us as people have got to do better for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
For
like us and them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
that's real. Pretty much, we're gonna be talking about mental health a lot as we go. We're in the field, so why not? We're not gonna get too deep into it at the moment because it's a is a broad topic. It's a big topic, and we can go into so much. But we just wanted to hit it lightly and like a little awareness.
Yeah.
So, like I said, just be patient with people. Just be a little bit more understanding. Just be considerate. Mm-hmm. Just be. Just be. Just be.
Yeah, that's what I say. Because if you don't understand, just be alright with not understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why some people they beat themselves up from not understanding. Then that causes a whole other problem itself. So like things I don't understand, I leave it alone or whatever. I just hey, because you never know. Like
I just try to make it a good situation. Okay, I don't know what they had going on. You know, they having a bad day today. You know, period. You know, because you sit there and try to go into, oh, well, why they do that to me? It don't even matter. You know, like
it's not about you at the time.
And it's so crazy,
you do?
Because you could turn around. They could be being a butthole to you, but then you turn around and do something so nice and sweet, and then they walk out like, dang, you know, I shouldn't have did that. To them, you know what I'm saying? And now they feel like, okay, maybe I should do better. You gotta do better if you want somebody else to do better.
Facts. You have to protect your mental. Protect your mental and help each other protect our mental. Like the story she's telling is pretty much, hey, I was in the wrong space. I got checked. I'm back in the right space. And it didn't result into nothing physical, nothing crazy, nothing
losing her job or none of that. It wasn't nothing crazy. We said what we said. We both went our separate ways.
So just don't end up in the mental space that you don't have to be.
Yes.
And for those who are in those mental spaces, and you acknowledge from just say it in your head first. Is something wrong with you? Say that in your head first. If you can acknowledge that, you have a duty. You're responsible at that point to treat that situation with care.
Yeah.
Because you understand. You know? And you can always get therapy. Like nothing wrong with it. If you can't do it on your own, therapy.
Or a friend, you know. I know a lot of people don't have people to talk to, or feel like you can't have people to talk to. I'm willing to. I get free therapy. I'm willing to tag my therapy people in this because anybody is willing to get free therapy off of where I get my therapy. And since I've gotten mine, I say it's a big help. You know, so if you don't have anybody to talk to, I would suggest getting therapy. And if you don't, it took me a year to get therapy free. So I went through every resource I could in Durham to get therapy. So if you need help trying to figure it out, you can reach out, whatever. I'm more than willing to help anybody who needs help.
Facts.
I give therapy. I'm pretty therapeutic.
He is.
He's a great person to talk to.
That's no joke. That's real.
I know we all laugh. I know we all laugh just a little bit. Yeah. But we've had a lot of good conversations. So, and I think that's where like all this came from too, you know?
Yeah.
He was the start of it, you know?
He helps me a lot because he allowed me to beat up on him when I want to get that anger out. He's my personal punching bag.
That's facts.
It is.
That's facts.
And you don't know how much you've helped me. Bro, I'm telling you.
Look, he's talking about you beat him up.
You don't know how much you helped me. You helped me a lot by allowing me to punch you.
That's what I'm here for.
So he's here for y'all.
That's why he's always wearing long sleeves because I'm pretty sure he's bruised.
That is what I'm here for.
Hey, I love you, bro.
You can't see my bruises. You couldn't see my bruises if I had bruises.
You used to be light skinned.
If I had bruises, you couldn't see my bruises.
He used to be light skinned. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how much I punched him.
He said if he got bruises, you can't see.
I know now, man, but he used to be light skinned.
Okay. Ooh. Now we're real through. Listen, I used to be light.
He's bruised.
So I got a body bruise.
Like my whole body. I be punching like this.
Look, it looks more like you punch like this. Just fell. Alright, but as you can see, our mentals are a little
throw it off.
a little unstable at the moment.
Everywhere.
everywhere. She's just wrapping up a 16-hour day, so 16 plus hour.
Yeah,
we're gonna say that. I mean, I don't. No, let me stop. Nah, y'all have 24/7 hour days. 24/7 hour day. Y'all days don't stop.
It don't stop.
Y'all got kids. Protect y'all mental. Get what y'all need.
I see a therapist, bro. Yeah,
I do too.
I have to
weekly.
Okay.
And that's new, but I do it because I really don't have a lot of people I can trust with a lot of situations I be going through. So
therapists they're not judgmental.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can't say what
unless
I'm trying to kill myself or kill and harm my kids, she can't go back and say nothing I said in our conversation. So I just feel real comfortable with having a conversation with her.
And like I said, there's nothing wrong with a therapist. A lot of people, like, being for real, a lot of black people usually they feel something wrong with having a therapist. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I mean, we all got a little something going on.
Exactly.
Look, I'm proud to say it's something wrong with me.
Amen.
There's something wrong with me. My mama tell me all the time.
Your mama is going
I'm lying. All right, y'all. That's a wrap. We good. Look, stay blessed, y'all.
Stay blessed.
Yes.
And y'all just gonna do it.
That's it.
All right, y'all.
Have a good day.
Deuces.
Like, this is me, this is what I do, or this is who I am, and it's like, well, nah, you shouldn't be like that. Like, well, this is who the fuck I am. Like, either you accept